As a YouTuber, solo creator, app developer, and a small business owner, I rely on a certain few apps more than others. In fact, my whole pipeline, be it for YouTube, Instagram, app marketing, etc., is all made up of just 5 apps. When you're a solo creator or a freelancer, you're not just the person on camera, you are the editor, the accountant, the manager, the thumbnail designer, the strategist, all of it. And these apps help me manage all of those seamlessly. There are 5 apps that I genuinely could not get through my day without in 2026. Let's get into it. So this is the part that you don't see: ideas, research, and scripting. The first thing is I come up with a topic that I think you all will actually like or get something useful out of. And I'm constantly on the lookout for such ideas, so I need somewhere to dump them. That's where Notion comes in. It's a multi-platform note-taking app similar to Apple Notes. When I became a multi-OS user, I needed something that I can easily access in whatever platform I'm in. I still use Apple Notes, but for my work, Notion it is. I can jot it down on my phone or on my laptop. I keep one page that's just a running list of YouTube topics that I think are relevant, jotting them down as they come to me. Then I've got a content calendar where I assign topics to specific days of that week or month. Once I pick a topic from that list, it gets a dedicated page. I research it, pull together all the information I need. Everything goes down in that Notion page, and then start scripting. I write every single script in here, and it keeps everything organized in one place. When you're posting twice a week like I am, you cannot keep everything in your head. Now, Notion is the organizer where it all lives. To actually help me with the scripting, I use another super important app called Claude. Now, here's the thing. I've got pre-made instructions saved under skills in Claude, so I don't have to specify every time what tone I want, how long the script should be, the pacing, any of that. I can just say, write me a YouTube script using this rough draft I wrote, and Claude already knows. It writes in the exact tone, the length, the pace, everything. Now, what Claude writes is just a starting point. There is a lot of work after that to customize it and bring it to my liking, but Claude gives a good starting point. Since Claude and Notion can be connected using a Claude feature called connectors, when I ask Claude to write a script, it writes straight into a Notion page. I then tweak my script after that in Notion directly. Notion has a free plan that's genuinely enough when you're starting out. That's the one I use. But Claude has a free tier too that you can absolutely start with. But I'm on the pro plan because I use it a lot more than just for scripting. Okay, number 2, actually capturing the video. Once the script is ready, I record my A-roll on my Sony ZV-E1, which I have mounted up in my room. That's my dedicated talking head camera. But for someone just starting out, your iPhone is more than capable of recording amazing videos. I sometimes even use my iPhone for A-rolls and B-rolls, but not with the native camera app. I run 2 different apps depending on the shot: Final Cut Camera app and Blackmagic Camera. Final Cut Camera can capture in ProRes and Apple Log, and you get a lot more manual control over your shots. So instead of letting the iPhone decide everything automatically, you can control ISO, shutter speed, white balance, focus, resolution, frame rate, and exposure. All of it. I love this for my B-roll because my footage ends up way more consistent and looks way more professional. The regular camera app is great for quick stuff, but try Final Cut Camera the next time you want real control over lighting, focus, and the overall look of your shot. It's free as well. Then for the more cinematic stuff, the product close-ups, the moodier B-roll, very specific codecs, I shoot those on Blackmagic Camera, and this app gives the most raw form of image I can get using an iPhone. I then grade it however I want. The features and options that Blackmagic Camera app gives is just amazing. In fact, this is the app that even Apple used for shooting its keynote with its iPhone. And both these apps are completely free, so you can try them out, stick with the one that you love, or alternate between the two depending on what you're shooting. Once the A-roll and B-roll are ready, everything lands in Final Cut Pro for edits. I love editing in Final Cut Pro. It doesn't lag, it's so easy to cut out the parts that I don't want, and the timeline just flows. But it's all manual. When I want to use AI features, I jump into CapCut. They have built a bunch of trending AI features right into the app, so you can literally upload your script and let the AI edit your videos. Quick price rundown. Final Cut Pro is a one-time purchase, $299 for Mac. There is also a subscription option through Apple Creator Studio at $12.99 a month or $129 a year if you don't want to drop the lump sum. The iPad version is subscription only through Apple. CapCut has a free tier with the basics, but to unlock all the AI features and assets, it's $19.99 a month or $179 a year. The thumbnail is the first thing people see, and it's what makes them decide to click. And it actually has to match with what the video is about. That's how you build trust with your viewers. The tool I use for every single thumbnail is Canva, and there are so many AI features built in now. Magic Expand, Background Remover, Background Generator, basically the whole Magic Studio suite right at your fingerprints. The one I use most is the Background Remover. One click and my photo is cut out cleanly. No fiddling. Honestly, you don't need to be a designer in 2026, you just need Canva. And Canva isn't just for thumbnail either. There is a huge library of photos and video assets that you can pull straight into your video edits too. Total time saver. The free plan is genuinely solid and honestly enough when you're starting out. But if you want the full Magic Studio stuff, the premium asset library, the brand kit, the ultimate use of background remover, Canva Pro is $15 a month or $120 a year. Okay, number 3, and a quick heads up, this one is sponsored by Xero. They reached out and honestly, I was already kind of a fan. So Xero is a cloud-based accounting system that handles the money side of running a business, tracking what comes in and what goes out, and what you owe at tax time. And when I say business, I just don't mean people with a storefront. Freelancers, creators like me, Etsy sellers, photographers doing weekend gigs, tutors, anyone with a side hustle, if any one of that is you, this is built for you. The reason it's on this list is the AI side has genuinely saved me hours every single week. There's this feature called Just Ask Xero, aka JAX. It's basically a chatbot that knows your actual business, your invoices, your expenses, and your numbers. You literally just type, "Show me the unpaid invoices over 30 days," and it pulls it up. No clicking through menus, no digging. But the real time saver for me is bill capture. Snap a photo of a receipt or forward an email invoice and Xero's AI reads it, pulls out the amount, the vendor, the date, and files it for me automatically. I used to do this manually every Sunday night, but not anymore. And for invoicing, you know that awkward moment where you have sent someone a bill and you're wondering if they even opened it? Xero shows you the second they do. So you stop guessing and you get paid faster. Right now, Xero is doing 90% off for 6 months when you use my link in the description. 6 months at this price is basically free and the time savings are very real. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check it out. Now, let's get back to the video. Once the video is edited, the thumbnail is ready, I post it on YouTube. After the video is live, I check how the video is performing. So YouTube Studio gives you the basics, but it doesn't really tell you what to do next. For that, I run 2 tools side by side, VidIQ and TubeBuddy. VidIQ is the one that I check before I even start a video. It shows me how competitive a keyword is, what's trending in my niche, and whether a topic actually has search demands. So I'm not just pouring a whole week into something nobody's looking for. TubeBuddy I use more on the optimization side, A/B testing thumbnails, cleaning up tags, bulk updating descriptions across my old videos, the kind of unglamorous stuff that quietly adds up over months. Now, do you need both? Honestly, Probably not when you're starting out, just pick one. The reason I run both is that they each catch things the other one misses, and at this point, those small edges are what keeps the channel growing. The point is, don't just post and pray. Look at the data and let it tell you what the audience are looking for and wants more of. So that's my whole stack. I want to know which one are you going to try first. Drop it in the comments. Subscribe if you like this video. I'll see you in the next one. This is Sanjana. Bye-bye.